Everybody, it's Kay, and I'm here with the Chic Beauty Box, and this is for May, June 2025. You pay for it in May and make your selection sort of towards the end of May, and then it arrives in June, and this is pretty early in June. So it's a cute little box. It actually comes from an outer cover too. So that's why the box stays nice, and just good little boxes to store things in. Okay, so it says it has variation. Here's a card here, and it'll say variation 1 and 2. And so actually you make a choice, and you end up really crossing between these two. So the first item that I could have chosen was the Urban Decay volumizing mascara for $28. I didn't need another mascara. I have some mascara coming from Ipsy, and I know I'm going to really like from Tarte, and I didn't need to try one that wasn't one of the brands that I like the most. So I ended up getting the Laura Mercier loose setting powder. It says Laura Mercier Huda Beauty, but I don't recall that I had a choice for Huda Beauty. But anyway, the Laura Mercier one is $43. And I have never had this but in like a little small size, so I was happy to get the largest size, the regular size of it. And that was just a good choice for me. And there it is. And this is, a lot of people really, really like this. I've liked the little small ones that I've used. It doesn't have, one of the things I like is when they have more than just the little cover here that you peel off. I like the ones where you can like turn them, and this doesn't appear to be that way. So I'll have to make sure I store it upright, or it's going to end up getting everywhere. Every time you open it, it's just going to be a huge amount of stuff everywhere. So I actually may put something, plastic or something on here to, or a powder puff or something to keep it from doing that. So we're gonna put a little bit of out here on my hand. Okay, come on. Okay, well, am I doing something wrong? Oh, it's coming out. Okay, there it is. Okay, feels nice. Okay, it has a little bit of a baby scent to it. Okay, it feels, you know what, it feels not drying, and it looks like a good color for me. So I think I'm going to enjoy that, and it doesn't appear like it just flows straight out, so that's a good thing. But I'm still going to put something on there to make sure I don't end up with a mess every time I open it. So I like that item. So the next item I could have chosen, so it was basically Rim Beauty eyeshadow, and you could either get light, medium, or dark, and it was a liquid. And so it's a $20 value, and what I chose is I chose light. Doesn't see if I can see what shade it is in here. It just says L8R. So there could have been some lighter ones, but the reason I chose a light one is I tend to have a little bit of and I wish it had been lighter than this, but I tend to have a little bit of discoloration on my eyelids as I get older. And what I was after is using this to take care of that. So this is what it looks like here. We're going to put a little bit on here. Okay, so that's a pretty close to the skin tone, a little bit darker. I would have liked it just a teeny bit lighter. Presently, I use the Gerard primer. I love it. It's just been the best one for me. And it's a little bit lighter than this. But if they have one of these lighter, this actually felt really creamy. And I think I would enjoy it, because I do like to have some lighter eyeshadow around my eyes. So I think I'm going to get use out of this. So I like that. Okay, so the next item was either the Elizabeth Arden Color Radiance Blush or a brush by Laura Geller that was a blush and bronzer brush. And I chose the brush because I have plenty of blush, especially I've got some Fenty in the different colors, and I just have plenty of blush. So I really liked the idea that this was a dual-ended brush. It came in this package, and it just looked like something I would enjoy more. Okay, it seems like a pretty nice brush. It really does. So, looks like that. And then I'm going to keep the protector on here. And then, it really seems like a nice one. So, nicer than most of them that I have. So, I think it definitely would be, you know, the value that they say it is. So, I'm happy to get that. Okay. So, a couple of other items in here. So there's always like a drugstore brand, and I got the CoverGirl one, and it sort of came like it had been on a shelf and then taken off. I think sometimes these are discontinued brands or discontinued palettes in here. So anyway, this is CoverGirl, and the other choice could have been Almay. So let me see what the prices were on these. I can't see this. Okay, the CoverGirl one, which I got, was a $17.99 value, and the Almay one was $10. The Almay was pretty much, it was all the same color, but just different, like shiny, matte, that kind of thing. And I just decided I wanted one with a little, I wanted 4 different colors. I like CoverGirl. Back in the day, I would use CoverGirl. I didn't use Almay, so it's sort of like a flash to the past, back to the past for me. And I do have on today the lightest one here, and I like it. Let's see if I can get this thing open. Okay, and it does come with a little brush that I don't really use these, and they tend to fall apart. I would probably just have it and leave it in here, but I typically would use a different brush. So there it is. And so we're going to look at the colors of this. I definitely could see myself using the first 3. Don't really see myself using the darker one. There's what they look like. So, okay, I'm going to go in a second time. You know, years ago, we didn't have much other choices than this. Lancome has been around a while, so is Clinique. But we didn't have the kind of range of choices that what we have today. There they are. So, I mean, I like it well enough. I mean, would I have actually gone out and bought it? Probably not, because I would, you know, tend to like brands with a little bit more coverage, you know. I like Lancome. I used Lancome for years. I still use Lancome. They have wonderful eyeshadow. Of course, I get a lot of eyeshadows in these boxes. So anyway, that was a choice item. Now the last item was by Beauty for Certain. I could have chosen the Hard Candy setting spray. I didn't need another setting spray. I have plenty of those. I didn't need another lipstick either because I have plenty of that. And this was a mystery shade. So I wasn't really thrilled with this choice. I don't like mystery shades. This is a $22 value. So I like the brand. Here's the little box it comes in. Ice Cream Beauty has this one a lot. This brand. So the color I got was it was a lighter color than would really work with me, but I think I can make it work with like a lip liner. It's color number 21, and it doesn't, I don't think it has any other name to it. It just says color number 21. There it is right there. So this is what it looks like here. And I'm gonna just put it over to the side. there it is. So I don't know. Again, it actually looks lighter on my lips than this. But I think I could do something with it with a lip liner and maybe put it in the center, just not all over. So we'll have to play with it. So I think it was a pretty good box. If I had to say what my favorite things are, definitely the brush. I like the brush. Um, I like the Lord Mercier quite a bit. I think I'm going to like that. You know, I think I especially need this because I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills balm, and I'm trying to find a way to use it. I have combo skin, and it just doesn't like, it needs setting powder. It needs something because if you have that, you don't put a moisturizer, you don't put a serum on, because if you do, it's going to never, it's going to be just very greasy on your face. So I did try it a couple of times without moisturizer or serum, and it really did help, but still it needed something to set it down. So I'm hoping that this will actually work out. I tried the Huda Easy Bake one, and it didn't set it down. So I'm hoping this will set it down just a little bit better. It was okay, but I don't like that. I don't like the feeling that my makeup foundation is moving. So anyway, but anyway, I have a different color coming from the Ipsy box, a little bit more color to it. I think one of the complaints on there, on that particular foundation, was that the neutrals were just too neutral, and I would say I have to agree that it just sat there, because that's what I have right now. I have a neutral one, and I have one coming with a little bit more tone to it. So anyway, I really like that. So I think that this was a good little box. I think I'll definitely get use out of the rim and get to try it and see if there's another color that's even a little bit lighter than this would be great. So that's everything for today. Thank you for stopping by, and have a great day.